Oh, we love that nice sound. Welcome back to a special edition of the Burger Podcast. I'm Caleb Waniger.
Justin Burkett.
And alongside us, you all know who he is, our producer. And it feels good because you're on the right side this time.
That's
Welcome,
right.
buddy.
TK, I'm on the good guy's side this time.
A winning team.
So this is a unique one. This is for the people that support us even more so than just clicking a button and hearing us talk. Patreon episode. We have some special plans for you guys. It's very similar to what we've done before, but when I say special, I'm really just saying me, Justin, and Taryn thoroughly enjoy this.
Yeah,
like,
this is some of my favorite things. Yeah.
But yeah, Taryn or Justin, whatever you guys want to say before we get going, go right ahead.
We're gonna win. I'm here to fuck shit up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So if you've followed us for a while, I've slowly released these periodically when we're over on month-like weeks because we only do 4 episodes a month. So you'll get them later if you're not a Patreon member, but you exclusive patrons get this as soon as we make them. And without further ado, little brother back again to rehost the game. Welcome to the show, Daman.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man.
I always enjoy these two. These are fun. Also because I get to participate at all.
Yeah. Hey, nice shirt, by the way.
Cool shirt. Where did you get it?
I got it at oh god, do you guys have an actual site for these? Because I don't know it offhand. I sent you guys an email and you sent it to me.
I don't know it either.
Here,
I'm fumbling the bag here.
Heyo.
Here we go. I don't know how to make Damon's be the one, but
Burger Podcast merch.
There we
go.
Email them at theburgerpodcast@gmail.com.
There it is.
Yep.
You're always a good-looking guy, but for some reason, when you wear that shirt, it's just like a little. Instead of a 10, you're like a 10.2. You know?
Yeah, it bounces you up. Guaranteed PRs in the gym. Guaranteed first try catch any legendary Pokemon. Yeah.
I will say, Damon, not to make you uncomfortable, but I have had multiple of my friends out here in Baltimore. When they watch this Thursday episode, they straight up go, "Taryn's little brother is so pretty." That's like what they say to me. It's nice. When you have like your long, luscious hair.
I know. I cut it all off.
Yeah, they were like, "He's so pretty," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. He's a good-looking guy. Good-looking.
You both got rid of the locks.
Yeah,
it was time.
Now it's me against everyone, and we were all like band together against Caleb, and now you guys flipped. A bunch of Benedict
turn my
Arnolds,
man, bun.
Switching sides.
Yeah.
Dude, the fiance was just sick of it. She was over it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mine too. Well, there's not too much to say other than what are you guys drinking?
Ooh. I don't have a beer, so this is the first time in a while that I haven't been able to pop one with you guys. But shout out to Joe Benny. He just gave my roommates and I enough liquor for a party. So I don't have the bottle with me. At some point, I might have to step out for a refill. But I'm drinking Jack Daniel's rye and ginger ale.
Love a rye.
Yeah.
How's the Jack rye?
Harsh. I'll say that. As far as
what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, as far as like rye whiskeys go, it's not the best, but like it'll get you where you need to go. It's pretty good. As a mixer, it's good, but it's not like other ryes where like you can drink it on the rocks. It's smooth. Like it's not really like that. Sorry, Jack, if you're listening, but it's just the truth.
Well, we'll talk it way up if you want to sponsor because we're desperate.
Oh, it'll be my favorite drink.
Oh yeah,
I'll drink nothing but.
I'll be an alcoholic. Yeah.
Justin,
I have more of the Bear Hug. This is their IPA, Neon Bear Hug. It is 7%. Yeah, I enjoy it. And again, it's Goose Island, which is I just had no idea. And then Secret Bear Hug, which is their hazy. So I got a regular and a hazy.
I haven't had that one. Is that one good? I have the yellow and the dark blue one that you've got.
Yeah, I honestly, they're all pretty good. Even their Imperial, the one that's like 9.7 or something, 9.9, whatever it is, it's like a relatively light, high percentage beer. Like it's not bad.
Love that.
Yeah,
nice.
All right, Damon, we'll save you for last because I don't have anything special here. I've got a Sam Adams Boston Lager that is from December 29th or something. Somebody left it at my house. And then I've got 2 Modelo's to back them up. Courtesy of
Modelo time.
Back up Modelo's today.
Modelo.
Yeah, back up Modelo's. This is a special occasion. Feeling kind of saucy.
Yeah.
All right,
David, what do you got?
Well, I've been sipping the White Claw that I cracked before we started, but for the fun drink, I have a Hop Valley Bubble Stash. It's an IPA with cryo hops. I don't know. It's like 6.2%. I don't know. That's what it says on it.
Sci-fi beer.
And I definitely didn't just about spill it. It's fine.
Don't spill it on that shirt. Come on, man.
I didn't. It's safe. We're good. Also, it's black, so it probably wouldn't stain. It'd be fine.
The camera makes you scared.
Man, I feel so good. The pressure's off on me today. I'm just here to vibe and answer some questions.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous.
Don't fuck up, though. But just, answer them right.
Well, if you watch the last Thirsty Thursday, we can go over how well I did later. But you should go back and watch and find out how well I did.
Wait, you did well, right? I think. I can't tell if you're being facetious or not. Oh, okay, you did well.
I crushed. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think you'll do fine on some of these, but
yeah, we'll see. My track record's about 50%. So that first one we did with Damon, I didn't do so hot, but
well, this one's a little bit more of my wheelhouse, and since I don't know, we're brothers, so we're gonna have a little bit of a shared knowledge base here.
Maybe you can give me some twin telepathy.
Yeah, we'll see. But if we want to,
does that work at non-twins?
I don't think so. We're also
so. We're voice twins. We sound the same. I'm sorry for those of you at home. We sound pretty similar.
Okay.
I have heard that before. I can get like a voice mod thing for my mic next time.
Yeah, just make it deep as shit. Hey guys, I'm Daman.
Hey guys,
I'm Daman.
All right. Well, Damon, pull us up the format thread or the format slide so we can tell the people how it goes if they're not familiar.
Well, I think you are still in control of things, so it's up.
I'll pull it up. I just need you to move it there.
It is there.
Perfect. Okay, so that's the wrong one. If you're not familiar with the format, this is the Thirsty Thursday trivia. And all three of us get to be on the same team, and Damon is our host this time. So here's how we do it. It's 2 rounds of 4 questions. There's 1 bonus round in between those 2 rounds. It's worth 5 points. It's just win it or don't. It doesn't hurt you at all. And then the final question comes after all of those, and it's plus or minus 10 points. We can wager what we want based on how we feel about it, and we either gain or lose those points. So our perfect score is 60 points, and we can wager on every question in each of the rounds. The first round wagers are 2, 3, 4, and 6. We have an option we can only use once. And then the second round is 4, 6, 8, and 12 that we can wager. Again, we can only use them once. Damon has curated all the questions. There should be some sort of theme involved. If not, he's throwing us a curveball because that's how we've done it before. But that's up to him, and he's the host now.
You mean an Uncle Charlie?
Charlie Horse?
That didn't hit. Man, that was one of our questions. What's an Uncle Charlie?
No.
Curveball.
I do remember that. Yeah, that's right.
It's like, and cricket.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it.
I don't have the cricket sound effects, but we'll get there.
I should put that on ours for when you guys are stumped. That would be hilarious.
Justin, shout out to our producer who's still producing on his day off. Look at this man go.
I know.
He's just still doing it.
So I went ahead and moved the slide over. If you guys want to take a look, there is indeed a theme today, and it's my area of expertise, technology.
Oh boy,
technology. Okay.
That is.
I'm nervous now.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
That is what I've done for a living since I was 19 years old. So this is my wheelhouse.
All right.
Do you guys want to get into it?
Sheesh.
Yeah,
I enjoy technology, but I don't know shit about it.
So round one's just a general kind of, anything to do with technology. It's just general questions because there's a more specific category for round 2 that I think you guys will do better at. But let's get into it. Round 1, question 1. We got a short answer question here.
Okay.
I don't want to click twice. It didn't click. Okay, there we go. What does QR stand for in QR codes?
Dang, that's a good question.
I don't have the slightest clue.
Something ratio?
Cool. Yeah, or like
L/ratio.
Quadrant.
Or L+ ratio.
Quadratic.
Formula. Yeah, dude, I don't know.
I don't have the slightest clue. Caleb, you got anything over there?
No, I really want the Q to stand for quantum.
I was thinking quantum too.
Yeah. I think the R, to me, the R is reader.
Oh, maybe.
But aren't there QR readers? Isn't that like? No, I guess it's a QR scanner.
Because like when you scan it, it essentially technology-wise, it's reading this whatever the Q is, so it can, ping it to your phone. That's what I think. I think the R is reader, personally.
All right, so this is
it a fancy way to spell code with a Q?
Quode. So this is the first question. I have a feeling that it might be a layup, and it's something like quad, just like with quad in it, and then it's like ratio, like Justin said to start. So I don't know. I feel like it's something simple. It is round 1, question 1.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, it's such a good, simple question, but fuck, man.
It's like, what's HTML stand for? Which I know. Hypertext.
That one,
hypertext
protocol or something.
Markup language.
Markup language. Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been one of my questions had you guys not already had it. Actually, you had it.
Yeah, I had it. I remember.
Yeah,
I had hypertext and language.
Oh, that's right. That's a hypertext transfer protocol. That's what that is.
That's it.
And then the S is for secure.
Yeah, I think I said like hypertext transfer portal because I was like stuck with
you
my
were
mind.
Close.
You were very close.
It was close. You're still here, yep.
Yeah. I put my foot on this USB converter I have.
We gotta get your computer fixed.
I know. I need a new motherboard. I've been looking for one. Side note: Paul's building his own PC. Taryn, I don't know if I told you that, but
congrats,
he's
Paul.
Fucking pumped.
If you're listening.
I don't know, dude. I think reader's not a bad idea, but I feel like there's things that read the QR code.
Yeah, but they're scanners usually, right?
But what is the scanner doing? It's reading it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why it would seem redundant. Excuse me.
Right, but it's a QR code reader, right? So it's QR's got to be just what it is. This thing.
Correct.
So
yes, I'm agreeing with you.
So I think maybe we're just like quadratic ratio. That's math. It sounds like math. Quadratic.
When you say quadratic, do you mean quadratic?
No. I'm throwing things that I can think of this.
I've never heard of that word before.
It's not. It's probably gibberish.
Oh, quad would make sense because it's four.
There's four. Yeah, there's like
because there's four corners.
Yeah.
Okay, quadratic ratio, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
sign me up. I got nothing better.
All right, quadratic.
Is that the final answer?
Is that 2 points?
2 points. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to put the bottom of the barrel on it.
All right. So, for those listening instead of watching, the question was, what does QR stand for in QR codes? And what did you guys say the answer?
Well, I was obviously wrong.
I don't even... Yeah, we'll just... Oh. Yeah.
It's not the quadratic ratio? You're kidding me.
No, it's not. It is quick response.
Of course it is. Because you can just scan it with your...
Yeah, it's fast.
With your phone.
It gives you a quick response.
Wow.
So, I'm surprised that you guys didn't ask what this QR code is.
Oh,
what is it?
Is it the Burger Podcast?
Huh?
Is it our link tree? Come on, man.
You guys don't have a QR code for that.
It's true.
Oh, that's a good
point.
I
didn't think about
they don't just exist. I thought
for those watching it, you should scan it. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, looking for the Easter egg here.
It's Damon's Venmo. That's all it is.
No, I'd have a giant V in the middle because they all have the giant V in the middle of the Venmo ones. But anyway, you guys are 0 for 1, but we're moving on here.
That's all right. We only lost 2 points there. No big deal.
That's one of those. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I've heard people like say that,
right?
But it never like crossed my mind.
We were just stuck on quad. We stopped looking for keywords when we said quad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, quick response. That's that one wasn't really meant to be a layup. I thought it would be kind of just an interesting question. So, but anyway,
what's done is done. We're wrong for now. What's next?
So moving on to question 2, we got a multiple choice question. I'm gonna give you some options here. What was the size of the first hard disk drive?
This is not going to go well for us, boys.
So it's either around 6 bytes, around 5 kilobytes, or around 4 megabytes. And Tara and I have. Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say I have a bit for you because of our old PS2 memory cards.
I don't think it's 6 bytes. I think that's too big. Yeah.
No, that's
or is that the
small.
smallest?
6 bytes is the smallest.
Yeah. So kilobytes is B is the biggest, C is the second, and A is the smallest.
Okay, so if I remember right, PlayStation memory cards, since Damon just gave us a little Easter egg, were the original PlayStation were 8 megabytes or something like that.
And then our PS2
ones were 64, weren't they?
Nope.
No.
You got it right. They're the 8. Yeah. We have our little red and blue ones.
So the original ones had to have been even smaller than that.
I don't want that to. I'm just saying, like, something that much later, that small was 8 megabytes.
Oh god, but we gotta be looking at B.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it's gotta be.
You got okay. That might have been. I didn't want to let that sway your answer. But
Damon fucked us over.
But the first
I didn't mean to. I was gonna say because I wanted to show it to you later.
But the first,
I was gonna grab it and show it to you guys. But
the first hard disk would have been like considerably bigger but like a lot older. Like PS2 was what?
It would have been like this big, probably.
Right, but PS2 was like 2000, what, 3? 2002?
1998, I think, was the launch of the PS2.
No, fake news. I was not 4 years old when the PS2 came.
I'm trying to think how long ago
I wasn't either.
This kind of a hard disk drive would have been. Like, is it something like IBM would have done, like way back when?
I mean, you figure this has got to be
big ass ones for those huge computers.
Yeah, like you figure the super computers that got us to the moon. So that's the 60s. Like, it's so long ago. Like, the memory has just got to be garbage on it. I think it's.
The first hard disk drive, which is the HDD, is what my computer HDD is 500 gigs now, and that's pretty low compared to what you can get.
So, right. I have
let's just take it in 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
I want to tell you real quick, Taryn, you do not have a hard disk drive in that computer. You have a solid state.
No, I have an SDD, but I have an HDD in my laptop.
Oh, that's true. Well, yeah, I guess that's fair. But also, like, that laptop's how many years old now?
10.
And it still turns on. Dude,
see, I have 4 terabytes of a hard disk drive in my my PC currently, and then
Jesus,
man, I don't know. It could be any of them. I don't think it's 6 bytes is too low.
I agree. I think it's B or C. But what I'm worried about is when you said it's got to be 5, Damon was like, "Oh, I didn't want to mess you up," and blah blah blah. So
I know. So that makes me think it's C, right?
Yeah.
And when in doubt, we go C.
I just didn't want to lead you to either answer.
There it is. All right. So what do you say? You want to go higher or lower than 4? We got 4, 6, and 8 to work with.
I like 4s.
All right. Yeah. 4 for 4 megabytes. Put us on the board, Damon.
All right. Well, I kind of.
I read the question. Yeah. Don't forget to read the question.
Yeah. Well, so the question was, what was the size of the first hard disk drive? I gave them a little bit of an out because I pointed them at the PS2 memory card, which was just going to be a little bit of a thing because they are right.
All right.
It is 4 megabytes.
Give us more dings than that. Come on, man.
Jeez.
Yeah. Jeez, that is the.
Sorry, it's hard.
One more would have done me well.
It's hard to spam it with this. Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, I got the dings queued up, people at home.
So the bit with it is, Caleb, you were right. It was developed by IBM. That was a really good pull.
That I fucking know.
Nicely done.
I hate myself so much.
that was a really good pull because the IBM 350 came out in 1956 and it holds about 3. Yeah, it's the size of 2 refrigerators with the whole enclosure, and this alone is just like the discs.
Wow,
so crazy.
and these together hold about 3.75 megabytes. When I found the question originally, it said around like 5 megabytes, but when I looked up what this was and where it said, like I actually got some more information on it, it was lower than that. So I said about 4, and I just kind of gave the estimates.
That's
and
perfect.
Else too.
Yeah, around it. Yep.
Yeah. So it was somewhere in there. It was like 5 million 6-byte characters, something like that. It's just insane technology for the time.
Yeah, it's crazy because those huge IBM ones, like, they had like certain specialists that would obviously work on them because they had to be operated a certain way. Mm-hmm. But from what I've like seen, and I like watched a documentary one night, a lot of the people that were really good at it weren't even the people who were specially trained. They were like someone who came in, you know, like when a job hires you and they would prefer you to have no experience because they can teach you the way that they want. They would just learn on the fly and learn the system, and they knew it better than the people who either did shit beforehand or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Throwback.
Because they weren't confused by it. Because they were like, oh, it's got to be this. It's got to be that.
Yeah.
Random, but...
Yeah, and for those
Where's
watching...
my blue one at? Of course you got to show your red one. Where's my blue one?
You've got it, dude. What do you mean?
I don't think that I do.
It was in your glove box or your center console of your car for a long time.
It might still be there.
When I think of those...
It was in the Explorer that you've got. Sorry, Caleb, go ahead.
No, you're good. When I think of those, I think about the PlayStation, but do you guys remember like the old Game Boy where you could plug those in, the smaller ones? Yeah. Like I think it was at the bottom. That's what I always think about.
We got mine.
Oh yeah, sick. Let's go.
Got one again. Let's go. Black one.
I was like going through. I see my PlayStation 2 sitting right here, but I was like, I know the memory cards are in one of these games. It's in my Dynasty Warriors 4. Shout out.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, Caleb, I cut you off.
No, you're good. I definitely don't have that to show. So, I don't think I've ever owned a PlayStation. I was either PC or Xbox my whole life.
You poor guy. You missed out on some really good consoles. They're great.
Yeah, I'm sure they're great, but I was too busy playing Counter-Strike.
Fair.
Counter.
Stir.
Oh, no, I missed it. Dang it. I was going to screen cap your frozen face. Anyway, so now that we've got question 2 out of the way, it's time to move on to question 3, which
all right,
I
fellas,
can't
we got one.
Pull back up for
Hit us.
Sad day. All right, question 3 is another multiple choice. As of 2023, what company was the source of the largest known data breach in history?
Off the rip, I was just about to say I thought it was Yahoo because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they had like this crazy data breach. It wasn't even this year. There might be a newer one, but I remember a few years ago it was like anything that was Yahoo got like swooped.
Yeah.
Yep. For those of you at home, we jumped the gun because Caleb had a brain blast, but it's a multiple choice. We have to choose between Google, Yahoo, Facebook, and Microsoft, and I think you're 100% right, Caleb. I think it's Yahoo.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes when I something comes into my brain, I can't think of anything else.
Let him cook, baby. Let him cook.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
All right. Are we locking in Yahoo? Is that the
Justin? What do you?
Yeah. Hey,
Justin has a rebuttal.
It's. Even if I did, it's 2-1. So,
well,
which I don't.
Always sway me, man. I play both sides.
I'm sure you do.
You do. Hey.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, Yahoo's good.
I didn't see the multiple choice thing. I'm a little. I'm freezing up over here. I don't know if it's my internet or what, but I did not see the multiple choice, so I apologize for shouting out to all the listeners. And
I only had the question up when you said that, and then I clicked over as you were like going through your thought process there.
It's that 4 megabyte memory.
What are we thinking?
That's for sure. My lack of a HDD.
That's the max, right?
Yeah, we've got 8 and 6 left.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
86
it is.
So we're going with B. Final answer.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So as of 2023, what company was the source of the largest known data breach in history? The guys say B. Yahoo. I didn't even read the other ones, and I don't need to.
Yes, look at those dings.
It is indeed Yahoo. It was so Yahoo initially came out and said, "Oh, we lost like probably 500 million accounts to this data breach, blah 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 blah." And then they like kind of, as things started really hitting the fan for them, They were like, it's closer to $1 million. Then the FBI got involved, and they were like, no. Or I said million, it's billion, 1 billion. But the FBI got involved, and they were like, no. Every account, 3 billion of them, all got hacked by the Russians. So
I don't know why I was thinking in my brain I had 5 billion or 5 million is what I was like thinking in my head. 3 billion. That's fuck ton.
a lot.
That's a lot of
the
people.
World's population almost.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, a lot of information got lost that day. But
my mom
wasn't there like
Yahoo.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, wasn't there like a couple years, maybe I don't know, in the early 2000s, where Yahoo was kind of like
it was the
queen
thing.
bitch.
Yeah.
Queen bitch.
Well,
like
they fucked up. They did a couple stupid things and fucked themselves over because they were the number one and they were trending that way. And I can't remember what they did, but they either bought something or sold something that they had that was like super important that turned out to be bought by somebody else that was detrimental to them. I can't remember what it was. I have to look into it.
By the way, this happened. I guess it happened over the course of like a few years. Actually, I said day, but it was like 2013 to 16, something like that. But I think towards the end of it is when they were like, the FBI had gotten involved and said that it was that many. But
here's what it was: they had a chance to buy Google for $1 billion in 2002.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
That's right. I remember that.
What an L.
That's crazy.
And they tried to buy Facebook, but they wouldn't pay up, and Zuckerberg wouldn't accept the $1 billion offer.
Good on him.
And then they bought Tumblr and failed Tumblr, and now Tumblr has failed.
Yep.
So they're fumbling the bag over there, Yahoo.
I don't even know what Tumblr is.
Wasn't it? I was just about to ask that. Wasn't it like a Pinterest kind of?
Yeah, it was another one of those like user content,
like iFunny type
social
of thing?
medias. Yeah, where you could like blog and reblog shit.
Oh.
But anyway, without further ado, the final question of the round.
Yahoo.
All right, so moving on, we got question 4 up. I still can't pull things back up onto the screen. I can take them away.
Sorry. I was like, oh, man, he's got it. I'll just leave it like this. But here we go.
I'd love to, but I can't. Round 1, question 4 is a short answer question. What does RAM stand for?
Oh God, the acronym.
Ram Ranch. You guys, have you ever seen that video? 18 naked cowboys at Ram Ranch.
I'm pretty sure they have like a whole series of them.
Yeah, they do. Do yourself a favor and watch them. It's so stupid, but it's funny.
Speaking of building your own computers,
I know.
M's got to be memory, right?
Yep. And so RAM is the memory that makes your computer load things fast or slow, if I'm not mistaken. So I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I had to count them.
Same.
Yeah, M is definitely memory.
So it's...
Why do I want to say R is like registered or something like that?
Like automatic memory?
Maybe.
Automated?
Yeah. Oh.
Boy, I don't have a clue.
Ready?
Whoops.
Oh,
something memory?
Not bad. Yeah.
Ready available memory?
Yeah,
that's
I like
not bad.
I like that.
Readily available memory. That seems
like that
a little bit easy.
Yeah. Add a ly and it makes it an adverb.
You get that sentence.
Yeah,
right.
Descriptive.
Damn right.
I mean, I got nothing better.
Is the Pokeball open?
No.
This is the lights up.
Yeah, this is the.
And that makes
Pokeball
sense,
Center
right? Because your RAM is your readily available memory.
That's got to be it. You're on it.
You guys led me to that. I was like a blind man in the woods. You just took me right to it. And I read it in Braille.
6 Pokeballs on that.
6 Pokeballs on readily available memory.
Or 6 in the party. You got 6 in your party.
Ooh,
Let's go.
6. A full party of Pokemon.
Yeah.
God, everything's lining up for you guys, isn't it? Alrighty, so the guy's question for round 4 that they're wagering 6 points on was, what does RAM stand for? And they say readily available memory. Are they right? Now, if there was like another acronym for it,
that's what it would be.
100%, because that is pretty accurate for what RAM is. However, it is random access memory.
Fuck.
So RAM is the memory of a computer that stores things that are not supposed to be permanent. They're the like short-term memory of a computer, while the hard drives, SSDs, this, that, and the other are more like the long-term memory. Shit's actually saved there. If power goes off, it's there. As soon as power's out on a computer, anything in the RAM is lost. So it's readily available, but it's not permanent.
So this might be a super dumb question, but like anything that you like put on your desktop or anything like quick access, is that memory your RAM? Like no,
because if it's on your desktop,
hard drive.
Yeah, that's all on your hard drive because that'll it stays when you restart your computer, right?
Yeah, so it's like cemented into the Gotcha.
So that all gets saved. So that's kind of the bit with RAM. Everything's readily accessible, which is why they like a lot of applications run most of their stuff through RAM, so it's all right there. But
wait, so would that be like your cookies and history and shit, or no? I'm trying to like understand what in the computer am I using would go to that versus the hard drive.
I'm pretty sure cookies are saved. Like they persist when you pull your browser back up. They're still like.
So it's just the memory that it takes to run programs,
more or less, yeah.
Right. Like, hey, stupid, you're supposed to be running this. Like, remember, you got to be running this. Okay.
So that one was a little bit of a hard one. Probably could have used multiple choice there, but I had enough multiple choice questions in this round, so I just went with it.
Well, I mean, all in all, not a total loss.
No, you guys had a pretty good round.
20 in the first half. Yeah. That's fine. That's how over Erica's won, and we crushed that one.
Yeah. I honestly think that the second round is going to be better for you guys. I wanted to start with this one. So let's get to the bonus round. I forgot that there was like a slide that we had used in the past for these, so I just wrote bonus round.
Bonus round. Love it.
All right. So this one's fun. You Mac OS users, name the big cats used by Apple to name their operating systems. There are 9 of them. I will give you 9 guesses, and I think if you can get 7 of them, it counts.
Yo, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know which one's which, but I can name a few of them.
I don't care what order.
I've never had an Apple product.
So
you are at a disadvantage on this question.
I had an iPhone, but I haven't had that for like 10 years.
There's Sierra is one of them.
We are looking for the big cats.
Big cats. So it's got to be like Puma and like
all the operating systems that are big cats. Now this one, I had something up for this and it went away.
So big cats, Puma, Bobcat.
It's not gonna let me.
Serval.
So lion was
Panther.
one.
Lion, cheetah,
leopard,
panther. Yeah, leopard.
I think leopard was one.
So you guys
only
get
9
you're getting 9 guesses. So
That's
I'm gonna.
We only get 9.
If we can get 7 of 9,
Jaguar.
Right. I've had a Mac since 2013, so I have no idea. This one's.
I've never had a Mac.
Catalina is not a cat. Damn it!
But it's
that's what's on my Mac now.
Yeah, dude, they haven't used a cat since like I was in college, so it's been a while. But
leopard, lion, tiger,
bears. Oh my.
Yes.
So what are we saying?
Right now, I'm gonna start writing some down.
So wait, we need 9 of them.
We get 9 guesses. 7. If we get 7 right, then Damon said it counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is a Lynx considered a big cat? Maybe I'm thinking of.
That sounds
Linux.
good.
Literally Linux, though.
Yeah, but
Linux is an operating system, but not for Apple.
Linux is an operating system.
But I think you use Apple or you use Linux on Apple products to get Microsoft. Am I making that up?
Well, not really. Like Linux is an operating system in and of itself. You can run Linux on a Mac, and it's just there, and you can run.
Okay. So maybe is it? So tigers are like there's like different tigers. So like Bengal
tiger. I feel like it would
Siberian.
Just be, yeah. I mean
I
cheetah.
don't know. Maybe I'm leading us on a wrong path here.
Yeah, I think I'm following
leopard,
Justin. I think it's more
Puma,
cheetah,
bobcat.
Puma.
I feel like bobcat might not be.
Lion. Is that just like lame to be super?
I've got lion.
Lion is one for sure.
A serval is like one of those big cats that you can buy in your house, but I feel like that wouldn't really count.
Panther.
Panther.
leopard.
Well, technically a panther is a
Panther?
leopard. It's a
Yeah,
But
but
they're different.
still, yeah, they're just
They have
called
different
different.
hunting. They have different hunting tendencies. Facts.
Okay, so
Leopards
I've got
aren't gonna be
7 written down: leopard, lion, tiger, lynx, cheetah, puma, panther.
Are we missing some big cats?
You said you had what ones, Taryn?
Leopard, lion, tiger, lynx, cheetah, puma, panther.
Okay, I also had
Okay.
that you guys did throw out jaguar. Do you want to count that as a guess?
Yep, count it.
Jaguar.
That's
So you
eight.
got one. We got one more.
And did you say
Oh.
lynx?
We got lynxes on the
Yeah,
list.
lynx. I mean,
How
bobcat
about-
is the only other one, unless we can think of
Bobcat.
another one.
Mountain lion.
Maine coon.
Well,
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
I would love. I want a Maine Coon. I would love it. It's a big
God, they're
cat.
like
the house cats. but I don't know
Dog-sized
if it's a-
cats.
Yeah. Sphinx. Am I making that up? It's a big ass cat, right?
Sphinx is a lion with a human.
Yeah, it's a big fake cat. Yeah.
So I've got.
all
if
right,
you want to
well,
pull the stream back up,
Bob,
Taryn,
I think Bobcat is one. I like Bobcat, so
All right.
that's
you guys
9.
You guys are forgetting one of the things I said in our last Thirsty Thursday. You should go back and watch that. Do you guys remember the question that I had about the lynx?
It's got the biggest paws in the animal kingdom. I don't remember.
No, that a bobcat is a kind of lynx.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Well,
shit.
thanks for the hint. They do
All right.
look. Lynx just have like the like little
Black
hair
tip
that
ears.
sticks up on their
ear, yeah.
ear.
Yeah.
Mountain lion.
Well, that would be a type of lion. Yeah.
Why can't I think of other big cats?
All right, here's what I've got.
I've also got
Leopard
everything
lion.
that you've got up except
Yeah.
Bobcat on the stream on a notepad. If you want to, I can't pull it back up.
Yeah, I was just showing it to them.
But bobcat doesn't count because we have lynx.
Or lynx doesn't count because we have Bobcat.
Facts.
Well, bobcat is a
if-
type of lynx.
I think
Yeah, but
I think we go with lynx because when I think bobcat, I think of construction equipment.
I'm gonna be pissed if Bobcat isn't on there. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I don't know. What's
right.
another?
Then
Wait,
what's
you
the-
have a
what's
Mac.
another-
Do you think it's bobcat? You think it's on there?
I thought that was one of them. It sounded
Okay, then,
familiar
yeah.
when Justin said it. But
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
let's
we
do
can
that
if
then.
you guys got something else to put on there, I'm down.
Shit.
We'll take out lynx, put in bobcat. So we have 8. We need one more.
We need one
Right.
more.
Okay, so Bobcat. Bobcat has been resurrected.
So we're just putting Bobcat on there.
Yep, instead of lynx. Even though I think both of them could be any of dude, I don't know. Big
Right.
cats. What's another big cat? We need one more big cat.
I can
That's-
only think of house cats.
Thank you, Linux.
Thinking line.
So throwback.
That was funny.
Mitch is getting me a refill. Big cats.
No, they're Big Cat left.
Siamese.
Kira was a big cat.
She sure was, but that's not the name of a Mac OS. I'll just give you that one as a freebie.
Okay, worth a try. It was capitalized, so I thought maybe there was an Easter egg there. Because
Aslan?
Damon's cat is named Big Cat. If you're not
Yeah.
familiar with us,
Yeah. The other 5 of us said don't.
Witch in the wardrobe. Fictional cats count, right?
I think you got. Do you want to just count Bobcat?
yeah, we'll just do lynx and
Nah,
Bobcat.
Well, because
I
we
think.
might have
no,
7
because
out of it.
you already told us that's a no go there. So
I mean, I did, but we're really him-hawing over this one.
well, I know,
Yeah.
I know, but one more big cat. What's like?
I'm thinking of
All right.
football teams. I'm thinking of I can't think of.
Well,
Here's
maybe we
one
should
thing
go
you said
back
earlier.
to what about the tigers. Maybe we should call it Bengal or like
Bengal?
Siberian.
Siberian.
So you guys said something similar earlier, and Justin said no. That's a kind of lion.
Oh,
It's
mountain
technically
lion.
not true.
Okay, mountain lion. Boom.
Oh, mountain lion is one.
There you go.
I was looking for cracked versions of Logic Pro X on mountain lion before.
I mean, he was looking for totally legitimate
Is
versions of it.
Okay, so we have leopard, lion, tiger, cheetah, puma, panther, jaguar, bobcat, lynx, mountain lion.
Okay, well, I'm nixing Bobcat because it's a type of lynx. But those are your 9 guesses.
I thought one was for sure. Yep.
Yeah,
we got nothing
Hold
better, and it's been like 10 minutes.
Cool, Taryn, pull the thing back up.
All right, it's coming back up.
Here's the list that I got, and I'm just gonna, instead of name the bobcats used by Apple to name their operating systems, the guys have said lion, leopard, jaguar, tiger, puma, cheetah, panther, lynx, and mountain lion. They are.
Oh,
we got enough.
8 for 9.
Oh,
what?
9.
What you missed was snow leopard.
Oh. So you
Snow
were right.
leopard, I
On,
knew
you
that
were
one,
on it,
too.
TK. Yeah.
Yep. So you guys
Wow.
got the hard ones. I thought for sure that Taryn would be like. I thought you and Caleb, at least between you two, since when we were living in college together, that you guys were using Macs, that you would for sure get those because those were the ones that I remember from college being the Mac OS.
Wow.
So these are the ones that I remember, and these are the ones I thought you guys would struggle with, and you got all these and missed this one.
You said name the big cats. Well, hell, all we did was name big cats.
Well, that was
OS.
That was kind of the bit. That was the reason for this question. Is that
I
it was
for
like,
sure thought Bobcat was one of them. When we were talking about it, I was like, I remember there being a Bobcat, but
it was not a
I
Bobcat.
must have dreamt it.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Damon. I had a Mac. Didn't know any of their operating systems were named after big cats. Couldn't have told you that if you
That's
asked
so
funny.
Shit, yeah.
But
so we got 5
out of a
bonus
possible
points
25. We have 17.
Nice.
Right.
Nice, doing all right.
Fucking A right.
Thank you,
doing
Linus.
all right.
What the hell is
So
in
let's move
Why'd you
along.
put a candy cane in my drink?
All right,
Stir it though.
Oh, video games. Okay.
Yeah, you saw it, but the category for number 2, I put it away because I was going to get another alcoholic beverage, and we were going to make fun of Caleb's candy cane drink. But
all right, so what are our point totals this time? We have 4
doubles. So
8,
4,
12,
8.
and 16.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
you would think I would know. I wrote the format.
No, we can't get to 16. Is it 12? 12 is the highest.
Oh, maybe it's 4, 8, 10, and 12.
It is. Yeah.
Because it's 2, 3, 4, 6.
It's
so
4,
it would be
4,
4,
6,
6,
8,
12.
4,
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick maths.
Yeah, 4, 6, 8.
Wait, so what was the first point totals? Were 2, 4, 6,
2,
8?
3, 4, 6.
Okay, so we were wrong on.
Oh, so we fucked up the numbers. Okay, so then
we're off the rails on this one a little bit, but it's
2,
fine.
3, 4, and 6. So if we just take and replace, we have 9 out of a possible 15.
Darren's
2,
like,
3,
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. So we had 9 out of a possible 15. Our odds got better. And then with our bonus point, that puts us at 14 out of 20.
Right.
Instead of 17 out of 25.
Okay.
And then, so one more time, our new point totals are...
The new ones
4,
are
6,
4, 6, 8,
12.
4, 6, 8, and 12.
Man.
Perfect. Okay.
All
All right, we got it figured out there.
Spoke back.
And Big Cat is there to confirm.
All right. So, Taryn, if you want to pull the stream back up, we are ready for category 2.
We're ready.
Video
to figure
games.
it out.
Something that I think is going to be a little bit more in your guys' wheelhouse. I wanted to start with the stuff that was less fun because we drink more as the show goes on.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Cheers.
So, cheers. Alrighty. Round 2, starting with a multiple choice question. Are you ready?
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the first video game ever made? Notice that I said ever made.
So does Pong not count?
The potential answers are Pong, Tennis for Two, Computer Space, and Birdie the Brain.
It's not Pong.
Yeah,
I think it was Tennis for Two.
I don't know
because
any
Pong
of the
is
other
a clone
ones.
of that.
Yeah.
Because they released Pong. It was the first video game released to the public like that.
And it was like a system.
On a system, right. In a home entertainment game.
Right.
So it's not Pong. So that gives us 33% chance here to guess one. And I have a feeling it's Tennis for Two.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Computer
I've never heard of
Space
any of them except Pong.
or Birdie
Me
the
either.
Brain.
I don't
It's
know.
something
Brain
that I've
sounds
come
like-
across before in my searches for questions.
Well, Taryn, that's cheating.
But I don't. I just don't have
Use
any
Yahoo
frame of
next time.
reference here. It'll all just be a guess.
Yeah, they won't use your data or anything.
We know it's not Pong.
And computer space seems like a pretty. I feel like Birdie the Brain seems a little bit too. Descriptive, if that's the right word.
See,
but
my gut's loving it.
Really?
Oh yeah, my gut is loving it. But I know don't go with the gut with me on this. We have learned that in our
could be though, because Birdie the Brain could just be like just figure out this number sequence, and that counts as a video game.
It's just like math.
I don't know.
You're right. Yeah.
But Birdie the Brain makes me think of Pinky and the Brain, and it's like there were definitely video games out before that show.
Also, I just want to go on the record and say, if it's not Birdie in the Brain and we pick it and Damon made it up, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah. So, because
these are all real things. I'll tell you that. This is
okay. Thank goodness.
All of these are real.
So it's obviously we're going between B and D. I'm in agreement with you, Taryn. I think Tennis for Two kind of makes sense because it would be Pong was like the version released to everyone. And I know in like the new Tetris movie, which obviously is a documentary, but it's the same thing. The guy's selling Pong basically at this gaming convention, and there's already other games that have come out already done, so we know it's not Pong. But I like the Tennis for Two, and
but your gut's telling you Birdie the Brain.
It is, but then I agree with Justin though. He's like computer space, like it kind of just like makes sense, right?
Like they could probably just click the space bar for the game.
It's like the Dino Jump game.
It's like Mr. Block or whatever on your fucking TA-84 or whatever the hell.
Even then, were jumps too advanced back then? Because think of how rudimentary Pong is. Right,
I mean, Pong is up and down.
You have a
motion,
fucking calculator
blocking,
in your desk right here. Pulls out.
I don't know why.
You have a TI-84. I have mine somewhere.
That's his.
Actually, I just unearthed it out of my time capsule from high school. I saw it. My fiance goes, "Why in the fuck do you still have your calculator?"
Yeah,
because it was like $100.
Yeah, it was
expensive.
I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't use yours.
I was just about to say, there's like every time I see those calculators, I get stressed. Dude, my family had to fucking work to buy me one of those things for high school, man. They were not cheap.
And the 83s that they gave you were not cutting it.
I just noticed it the other day too in that drawer. I was like, man, I need to actually clean this thing out because I only use like the top like 10% of it. The rest of it's just full of junk.
I kind of like computer space, but
so we're all three on different ones.
Yeah, sure are. I'll take computer space.
I will too.
Oh man,
when in doubt, choose C. I guess.
I don't know.
We gotta go back to that.
I'm not confident enough to take it away from you guys.
Dr. Risby can't give us any help here because it's not.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not A. You guys have made that very apparent that you're not picking A.
All right, I'm gonna try to sway you guys here.
Yeah.
Is Tennis for Two just so convenient that it's so much like Pong that's the easy answer? And then computer space, it's like when in doubt, you see. We could go just crazy and go D with Birdie the Brain.
So the only reason why I like Tennis for Two is because Pong was created for an at-home system.
Right.
And it was so simple to code that you could put it on a brand new thing that you could send into somebody else's home to work on anything, on a TV, I guess. And so that's the only reason why my brain goes to that. I think that's the answer, but if you guys are hard-nosed on either C or D,
look,
I'll take Birdie the Brain too. I kind of like it just because it's got a great name.
Justin,
it does have a good name.
We started the episode with TK saying, I fucking killed it. I think we got to ride with our producer here.
I agree.
We got to go B.
I'm going to roll
Okay,
with B
hard
as well.
flip on the end. Let's put you want to put 4, 6, 8, or 12 on it?
Let's put
I don't know, producer. How are you feeling?
Oh, you just want to go for it?
Yeah.
You just make something happen here?
That's so funny.
Oh.
I mean, if we're going to hard-nose it, I mean, we might as well just skydive it right down to the ground.
Tennis for 12?
We're either going to do a barrel roll or we're going to crash. 12 friends playing Tennis for Two. Final answer.
All right.
God.
All right, so the question was, what was the first video game ever made? And the guys have said that it is B, Tennis for Two for 12 points, which is
after
the
a
maximum
long
they can.
Deliberation.
Yeah, about a 5-minute deliberation on which one they were going to pick. Are they right though?
Yeah!
It is indeed Tennis for Two.
Yes.
I
know.
Oh,
God.
Way to go,
He's
TK.
still killing it.
Beautiful.
Let's
Let's go.
So I'll say
God,
this.
the
Pong,
drama.
From the beginning, too.
Pong is the video game that popularized home video games. It was the mass appeal. This is a new thing that's coming out. That's what Pong was.
And they could work it on the dial control was like a huge thing, right?
Computer Space was the first home game ever. Like that, It beat Pong. It was first home release game. Birdie the Brain is sometimes argued as the first video game, but there's a distinct difference in why Tennis for Two is actually it in my mind. Birdie the Brain is an AI for tic-tac-toe, and it's just a big-ass board of, like, it lighting up a circle or an X. And you light up the X, it lights up a circle. There's not really a video component, actually. But it's like a tic-tac-toe AI from, like, the 50s.
Okay.
Tennis for Two is the first game that was designed for people to play at like a museum in the 50s that actually used a video to respond to an input on a dial. And it is kind of similar to Pong, not 100%. It's not the exact same thing, but that is basically the logic there. It came out about 15 to 20 years. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
I'll pull up the pics because Damon doesn't have the capability.
Yo, it's wild.
Actually, Taryn, if you want to pull back, I forgot to. I have an information slide on why it's Tennis for Two.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So yeah, it came out in '58. Pong came out in the early '70s. I think 70 on the nose. Okay, it says classic '70s, but yeah, it was an open house exhibit, and it was the most popular open house exhibit they had. People waiting in line to play this shit. So.
Yeah, it's called an arcade, bro.
Yeah, that was predating arcades, obviously. And this picture is a recreation of it, but this is supposed to be pretty similar to what it was at the time. But yeah, this is sometimes argued, but more commonly said as it's the most common answer for what is the first video game ever made. And there were like test things before, but this is the first thing that the public got to play.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you even putting the citation for your information.
That's insane. I saw that too. I was like,
it's not an APA format though, so no brownie points.
Yeah.
Man, remember. We're on a drinking podcast with a loose trivia like outline. Give me a break. Yeah. I cited my source.
Thanks for talking me into that one, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, well done. I mean, you knew it from the beginning.
Teamwork there.
My biggest takeaway is my family worked so hard to give me a TI-83 just so I could figure out how to spell naughty words on it. That's all I can do.
Right. So you could actually type letters instead of putting it up. Yeah, boobless it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to those of you who are old enough to understand boobless.
Just guys being dudes.
Oh, man. Alrighty. On to question 2. Oh, right. This one is short answer. That's right. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I was second guessing myself. But anyway, round 2, question 2. What's the best-selling video game console ever?
The Wii?
PS2.
Yeah, I was thinking it's Nintendo. It's got to be. I was thinking the Switch. No,
it's not the Switch.
It's probably the Wii. It's probably the Wii. I think you're
PS2,
right.
PS2 might be
for sure the PS2. I know for a fact it was. But I don't know if the Wii overtook it.
Because I know
sure it did.
I know Wii Sports is like one of the best-selling video games because it came with the Wii.
Right. Every Wii had one.
See, I've always thought about that. Does that count? Like, if it came with the Wii, does it count?
Yeah,
like,
it was played on everybody's Wii,
like, dude. And it is
nobody that bought a Wii and
it is one of the best Wii games. Like,
it's so good.
It's fantastic.
I was just about to say we have people over every weekend, and everyone comes to our house specifically to play Wii golf.
Shit, dude, I'm on my way to Baltimore. Hell, that sounds like fun.
We play Wii Sports all the time.
Yeah,
because it's like casual. You can like have a good time. Like
yeah. I mean,
Taryn, I know you've been killing it, and we just went with you, but I I'm with Justin here. I think it's the Wii. I think they surpassed the PS2.
I'm just saying, I know for a fact that at least at one point the PS2 was the best selling.
Yeah,
I think it was at one point. Yeah.
I'm stuck between those two, but if you're thinking Wii as well, Caleb,
I'm not saying that the Wii couldn't be it. I'm just saying that I know for a fact that PS2 was one.
The reason why I want to say Wii is because I don't know for a fact, but I feel like I've heard it somewhere. But the Wii is just, I mean, all age ranges, right? Like PS2, yeah, sure, but like small like little ass kids can just like swing something.
It wasn't
like,
about that. It was about the fact that a PS2 had a DVD player, and the DVD player was the selling point. It was cheaper than a regular DVD player that only played DVDs at the time.
Yeah.
So it's outsold everything because people were buying PlayStations just to play DVDs because it was $100 cheaper.
I'd still rather have a PS2 over a Wii for sure.
I mean, me too, but I just sincerely think that the Wii is the best selling video game console of all time.
You guys outvote me here. I'm game.
Well, he's been so right this whole time. I can't
I can't say for sure that you're wrong. So if you guys
one
both
of these
think it's
two,
the Wii, I agree. It's the top two. You're right.
Yeah.
So if you guys, your gut feeling is the Wii, I'm on board. I can't vote against you, but I know that PS2 was at one point.
Justin, it sounds like you're the one that's going to call the shot.
Well, I said Wii first, and you were
backing me. I'm on board, but I mean, with Terrence saying, I mean, of course it makes sense.
I think it's the Wii.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Okay, Finally. Wii it is. How much you want to spend? 4, 6, or 8?
You know what? We're just gonna continue to
bring the nosedive. We barrel roll into another nosedive.
We go
down that shit upside down.
So we're going. 8 it is. All right, Daman.
8 billion
on the
Wii's.
Wii being the best-selling console.
So the guys have said that the Wii is the best-selling video game console. Are they right?
Fucking PS2.
No.
Damn it.
You guys got to listen to producer TK because he's so right.
God damn it.
He's so right. And it's
2000,
not, trust me.
Okay.
Hang on. Now, let me tell you that you guys were not even close. The Wii is down here.
Oh, the DS.
Here's the DS and the Switch and the Game Boy Color.
Oh, wow. I wasn't taking into account handhelds.
Yep. All of those beat.
Wow.
The Wii's like.
Sorry, Taryn.
Does that go back? Does the Nintendo DS account for all of its like iterations? It has to.
No, the 3DS is separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the DS Lite, yes, that counts.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say
even the Game Boy and the Game
30 different DS Lites.
Yeah, no, those all count. That's the thing. Like with the handhelds, especially like the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, the reason it's like top of that list is because it's both. Like, it's but yeah, the PS2 sold over 155 million units worldwide.
Damn.
And Taryn's 100% right. It is because it played DVDs. Like that was a huge selling point for him.
It was just mass appeal is all it was. They weren't marketing to only video game players. They were marketing to the entirety of the public.
Now, to be fair, the other PlayStation consoles all outsell all the Xbox consoles, except like the original Xbox, I think, or maybe the 360 beats the PS5. But like
the 360 was the only
the 360 beat the PS3. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, PS3 sucked. 360 was good. Because everything else PlayStation wins.
PS3 had problems, remember? And people were like, fuck this thing.
It actually, they were very close, but the PS3 did end up beating the Xbox.
Okay, maybe I'm talking on my ass then.
So it's 87.4 million versus 84 million.
The 360
that's a herder
controller,
to our score. All right, I'm about to pee myself. Give me like a 30
in a
seconds.
PS2.
Justin, our boy said for a fact.
Yeah, he did.
He was right. He was right.
Oh, no.
You guys got to listen to the producer. He knows his stuff.
I mean, as soon as he said it, too, that's why I was like, fuck, you know what? Maybe he is right.
Yeah, I was like 50-50, but at the same time, more like 60-40 for the Wii. I honestly thought it was the Wii.
Yeah.
The Wii is like, it's a moment in history, though. The Wii is so cool because it's the first console to ever put motion controls out.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I
like in it, like
so hard to fucking I kind of look at the camera. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm looking over at you guys because I'm having a conversation, but I need to look there. But no, the Wii had like such a big like impact on the gaming world because it was the first console to ever use motion controls.
Right.
And it was a huge selling point, especially since like Wii Sports came with it, and that was the big game that like, you know, you go bowling, you play tennis, you box people, like it was so cool for the time. But it did not sell as well as the PS2 did because the PS2 had more appeal overall. So it was and then the Switch also has that kind of appeal because it's portable and a home console. Yeah, so like it's doing very well as far as the newest consoles. It's top 4, and it's the first console in several years to come out and be that well or sell that well.
The beautiful Wii U. How well did that thing do?
It was trash.
Terrible.
It is,
like
it's
the bottom of the list. Yeah, it sucks.
I have one, and it's terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's
like an attempt at a Switch. Like, here, you can have this controller, but that's all it is.
Yeah.
I think
that's
like
the in-between amalgam.
Yeah. The Switch has outsold the Wii now, probably, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's outsold everything except, like, the...
PlayStation 2?
It's 4... No, it's 3 on the list. It even outsold the Game Boys. The only things it hasn't outsold are the DS and the PS2. And it's like 25 million off of... Or it's about 30 million off of both of those. So it's still a while away.
Is DS like the bulky one that would open... Mm-hmm. Is that the
dual screen, baby?
Yeah, that's what DS stands for, is dual screen. Glad I didn't ask that question.
I forgot there was a screen on the bottom.
Yep. But all right,
Damon, take us to the third question of the round.
All righty, we got another short answer here.
Man, that one hurts us too. Shit.
Yeah, sorry. Dude.
That was a big L there, but you guys are still doing all right.
All right, our Hail Mary worked out for us.
Question 3: what is the original name for the Nintendo Entertainment System?
TK?
That's right.
I have no fucking idea.
Dang it, Taryn! I thought if anybody knew.
What do you mean the original name for it?
Yeah, I didn't know.
What do they call it? The Game Man.
No, there's a name for it. It's
Dreamcast that came later, right?
I'll tell you now
Sega.
That's like
this name.
Sega, yeah.
Excuse me.
This name did persist. It is what people in Japan call the system still.
Oh man!
But it's not what us Westerners got.
Man, I'm just thinking like there was like the Virtual Boy that was.
Yeah, it's a different thing though.
I know, but it was. Like
I know this. It's like, oh my god!
You're gonna be.
I should know this.
I think you guys are both gonna know this name. I don't know that Caleb will. I'm sorry, Caleb. I don't know if you have any idea on the Nintendo systems, but you and Taryn are both him-hawing like, I know this, and I think
just
you guys
will. Tell me, does it start with the Nintendo something, or has it got a full name?
It's got a different name.
Okay. I have no fucking clue.
I mean, I think they still it's still branded Nintendo, but like.
Well, yeah, but like it's not like Nintendo 64 isn't called the 64.
Oh, but
for like slang.
I think in Japan, Nintendo 64 is Famicom 64.
Oh, the Famicom? Well, that's a computer though. Because the Famicom, you have to use a computer for your keyboard to use.
Fuck. That was my answer.
That's not a bad. I honestly kind of like Famicom just because I don't have anything else. That's a good pull, truly. What was that in television?
Yeah, truly.
But in television was different, right? It wasn't Nintendo branded.
Fuck. I've never heard just the Famicom, but Famicom 64 makes me think it would just be the Famicom for NES.
But there was like a 16-bit or like an 8-bit Famicom system that was a computer. It was a personal computer. I think.
Well, I can say without a doubt there's a Famicom 64.
Which would be the 64-bit version of a Famicom. Right. Because that's what the Nintendo is 64-bit. I'm down. Let's roll with it. I don't want to deliberate too much. We're well over an hour.
Yeah.
All right, final answer. What's the point total? What are you guys guessing?
6 or
we got
4.
4.
Fitting.
Wait, 6 or
4? 6 or
6.
4?
No,
6.
yeah, you
We're
gotta go.
nosediving.
We've been nosediving.
All right, we're nosediving. 6 it is. 6 on the Famicom.
All right. Are the boys going to continue to nosedive? The question was, what is the original name of the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES? The guys say the Famicom. Are they right?
Oh, yes!
It is indeed the family computer, or the Famicom. So
it was a personal computer. Oh, we were both right. Look at that.
We're both right. So yeah, that's what the Famicom looks like in Japan, and this is what we got. So
ours is so much cooler than theirs.
Wow. Yeah.
I actually really like
the ugly gray brick. It's awesome.
Dude, I love the Famicom though. I think it's sick. I really like it.
I really like how the controller sits on the edge though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They make a mini Game Boy Advance that looks like the Famicom. It's like same. It's like the same size, but then it's got a little screen in the middle. It's kind of cool.
But you had to pull it from Famicom 64.
Whatever way it works, man.
Yeah, good shit.
That's so funny.
Boys.
But good pull.
The only reason why I knew it was a computer was because I don't know how well you guys are versed in your weird YouTube, but there's a guy called James Rolfe. He runs this show called the channel's called Cinemassacre, and he has a show called The Angry Video Game Nerd, and all he does is play shitty fucking video games, and most of them are from like the 64 era and way newer. So like Famicom comes up a lot because there's so many just awful fucking attempts at video games. Yeah. So good.
But alrighty, you guys ready for the last normal question?
We've got 4 points to wager here on question 4. Fitting.
All right. Well, question 4 is multiple choice.
Let's go.
How many Pokemon are there?
Total?
700 something.
Total. No, they're in the thousands.
Here are
the options. God, there's so many more.
1,502, 1,263, 1,010, or 883.
I don't know shit about shit. My guess is Dr. Risby.
1502?
Okay. 12 or 10.
Now, do you guys see why I pulled out all the Pokemon?
Fitting. I got a Pokemon tattoo, but I don't know the total number.
It was all a ruse. So the original 151, and then after the 3rd gen, there was like 275 or something. And then after that, I stopped playing Pokemon.
Sure did.
So like, I got the first 3 gens in me, and then I got nothing.
Dude, I still play Pokemon, but I skipped what are we on, like Gen 9 right now?
Yep.
Yeah, so I skipped probably like 7 and 8, whatever like the original Black and White was in, and some of like an X and Y. I skipped those.
6.
Okay, so I skipped 5 and 6.
I skipped those 2. I didn't play those.
Yeah, so like I missed a bunch, but
unfortunately, my guess of 700 something is well under all of our options here. So
even if you just
not
guessed
even the slightest.
So
So you also have to think like you can't go by generation because each generation adds like a weird number of Pokemon.
Yeah,
right.
Like, and then there's I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it. The
how many generations are there?
9.
9.
And Terran, yours are for the first how many? 700 and something.
So the first 3, I was just throwing out a number. The first 3 were like 270, 300 maybe. Because the first one is 151, I know for sure.
Well, yeah, that's
what everybody knows, right?
Yeah, not everybody.
And then after that, they only added like 60 in the 2nd gen or 70, and then the 3rd gen was pretty big if I remember right. So I'm thinking around 300 is the number for the first 3. So if we triple that, that still doesn't help us because we're in 883 and 1010 are our 2 numbers. So like, I don't know, my roundabout methodology doesn't help us here.
Here's my 2 cents on it for what it's worth. Probably not even 2 cents, but I just think when I think of Pokemon, and I think I played all the originals, I loved it. I think now it's like a cash cow. So the more the better in my that's where I'm thinking, because like they could sell more cards, more
plushies like Daman has.
Yeah,
people eat that shit up. and then
we sure
shinies.
do.
It doubles
Shinies different than the other ones? That's just doubling all of your like classic ones.
Well,
Well,
no,
to be fair,
still the
this
same.
is rare. Like shiny plushies are not common. This and the Dragonair are the only two that I have that are shiny.
No. So
I had to hunt them.
I mean, they're common enough you can buy them.
I mean, shinies don't double our count, right?
No,
shiny Ditto and Ditto count as one.
Yeah, they just have alternate colors that are obscene odds depending on what game I know the odds. But
1502 or 1263. I think Caleb's methodology there is right. The more the merrier when it comes to Pokemon, and I think 15 seems on the high side. If I just go off my gut, I think 12 is my number. 1263.
So I'm between. I know it's not D. I don't think it's A at all. I'm between B and C.
I mean, you guys know more than me. So if you think like the B and C range is where it's at, I mean, I agree with y'all. I have no idea.
I mean, even if you just so when they started Pokemon, it's 151. Okay, so obviously they need to make a huge batch for your first game. And then there's 8 more generations that they're not going to guarantee add 100, or maybe they do add 100, but then they only add it's not, if there's 9 generations now and they averaged 100 each, just say they averaged that.
Then we're right in between, or we're just at 883, I guess. We'll be just over, right?
It would be over, but say there's another generation where they released 200 or something crazy. I just
like a generation with all new, all new, not
I just feel like
adaptations or anything.
I feel like it would be closer to 1,000.
Right. Well, I'm with you. B and C, I think, seem like our better numbers. I think 15 is way too high.
Yeah, 15's way too much. I
think I like 1263 is such an oddly specific number. I'm either getting duped producer style, which is some karma from some shit that I've done, or it's nice round 1010. And that's the number.
I mean, would it be round? Like, what was the first one? 151? That's not round.
Yeah.
Pokemon's not going round. You know?
The Pokemon sound effect is really
I know, right?
It's
not helping right now. My fucking text messages.
I don't know why you don't turn it off.
Hey, he's a busy man. He's got to be.
To be fair, I love it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We've wasted way too much time. B or C, boys?
I kind of I'm a TK on this. I think B is like a very specific number. I might be duped by my producer's producer, but I think
I'm getting duped too, but that seems like the better number. Unless Justin, unless you can talk me down.
I'm gonna say C, but only because I want to be different than you guys, just in case it is right.
Yeah.
I think it's. I know they're over 1,000.
How many Pokemon are on you?
I don't know. 2.
That's an even number. Divisible. I'm going back to C.
It would go into 10-10.
But there's a 2 in B.
No.
I don't know what your fucking logic is.
But you can divide 10-10 by 2.
Justin only needs 503 more Pokemon to be half of that number. So I like it. C.
Yep. Full disclosure, I don't know anything, but I would have went A.
To pull out of the nosedive or to crash it into the ground.
All right. Are we in the Hudson or are we landing?
1,010 Pokemon.
All right. How many Pokemon are there, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see if they're right. With 1,010 is their guess.
He said C if we're right.
It is indeed 1,010.
Who needs anything else than bullshit methodology?
Let's go.
For fun, here are the 2 newest ones.
Suicune clone?
It is a Suicune clone. It is called Walking Wake, and that is a Gen 5 Pokemon clone. It's called Iron Leaves. The original Pokemon's called Virizion.
Looks like Bayleaf.
I was just about to say, I know these are new Pokemon, but they look like some of the OG ones.
They do. Well, this one's not an OG. This is Gen 5. But this one is for sure a Suicune clone. Like, that is the whole bit. Right? Yeah, these are called Paradox Pokemon. And they are the 2. They got added after Gen 9 was released. So I almost fucked this question up. Because I almost put 1,008. Because that's what it was when Gen 9 came out. But they've released 2 Pokemon since.
Ooh.
But I didn't. I didn't screw it up. So
nicely done.
The answer is 1010, and that question will be out of date in the fall.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
sweet deal, fellas.
Yeah,
right.
That was a good poll. There are 1010 Pokemon, and I've caught most of them.
Dang. I always give up. I always say I'm going to catch them all, and then I watch a video that's like, this is the hardest game to get them all that I've played in a while.
It's the easiest. I promise you that. I actually have like a living dex for this new game in Pokemon Home. I could literally get you the Pokedex completed. I spent too much time. I really like it. It's
what?
fun.
No,
never. Not me.
Yeah.
No, I love Pokemon. I can't help it. It's a cash grab anymore, and I don't care. I like it.
Yeah, you like what you like.
So, anyway,
do you have a favorite? If you had to pick one,
that's the reason. That's the reason I like Ditto so much. It's hard for me to pick one, so I'm just gonna pick all of them.
Yeah, smart.
All right, so after a bonus round and 2 full rounds, we are 36 out of a possible 45, which is way better than I expected.
I thought the total was 60.
It was supposed to be 60. I don't know how you...
No, perfect game is 60.
Perfect game is 60 if you get the plus 10, plus 5.
Oh, okay.
Right. So then it's not...
You got the plus 5.
45, then.
We missed 8, and we missed 6.
But you're at a total of 50,
yeah, we missed
right?
8, missed 6 plus 5. I don't know. My math is working out somewhere on my
We didn't get a perfect game.
We'll put it in post. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll add it up later.
Yeah.
Score doesn't matter. We're just here to have fun. All right.
That's right.
So on to the final question.
Producer DK doesn't want to fucking do the
That's
math
too
later.
much math.
All righty. Final question, boys. Are you ready?
Yep.
Send it.
Put these consoles in order of release. They are the Game Boy
boy.
Color, the Atari Jaguar,
Shit.
the N64, the Dreamcast, and the PlayStation 1.
All right.
Now
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm gonna take this off stream for a second, and you guys don't look at the little thing that you guys can totally see. I need to fucking.
I can't see anything.
Justin, you
I'm
can't
full
see
screen.
the thumbnails? Oh, that's
full
nice.
screen.
Yeah, I'm full screen too. Yeah.
Hang on. So, go ahead and start deliberating. I need a second.
So
after the PlayStation for sure.
The what was?
I think it goes.
Dreamcast.
N64 and PlayStation were very close together.
N64 was before the PlayStation. I think Dreamcast was after. I think the other one that I didn't know it. I think that's probably first.
The Atari 64.
So I'm gonna help you guys here. I can edit this.
Oh yeah,
I can move these around.
Yeah,
it's a 64-bit. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I had a Game Boy Color in what would have been 1998.
Excuse me.
No, because
So-
the PlayStation 2 came out in 2000.
It sure did.
So PlayStation 1 a console cycle
94,
is usually
96.
like a good amount of time. I came out of the
And then
room
the
with a Game Boy
Jaguar.
Color.
That's Sega, right? Sega Jaguar? No, Sega Dreamcast.
The Sega Dreamcast. The Atari Jaguar. It is the last console Atari put out.
Oh.
So the Jaguar and the N64 are competitors, and the
Tandem.
Dreamcast and the PlayStation are competitors.
I have a dumb knowledge bit about the 64-bit on the Jaguar.
Wow, this is tough. These are really close together.
That's the point.
I think it goes.
N64 is definitely before
Jaguar.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I think it goes Jaguar, 64, PlayStation, Dreamcast, Game Boy Color. That would be my.
I don't agree with that.
So, do you guys want to? Here's the reason I did this. I can move these around so you guys can see what you guys have as your guess. So, what would you like me to put as your guesses right now? And then we can adjust.
Do what Caleb just said.
So you said Jaguar first.
Jaguar.
And then what?
N64,
PlayStation, Dreamcast, Color.
Okay, so this is what your guys' guess is currently.
This is helpful.
This is why I downloaded a fucking extension so I could do this.
Wow.
I think Game Boy Color is before PlayStation.
There's no way. Game Boy.
Clue.
No, I don't think so.
You think they released 2 consoles before the PlayStation like that?
All right, so
N64 was the Game Boy Color before the N64?
I'm pretty sure even the PlayStation came out before the 64 because
I know they're very close together, like
because
extremely
Nintendo
close.
had the Super Nintendo that was rivaling the PlayStation, and PlayStation was first to market. But the whole thing, they weren't rivaling PlayStation. PlayStation was like a player later. It was all about Genesis goes fast, Nintendo is slow, or whatever the fuck. They had like Nintendo Sega Wars that were a huge deal, right? It was Mario versus Sonic and all this shit.
Yeah.
So,
if you guys can remember when Sonic came out, that might help you here.
Specifically, I remember as a kid, our next door neighbors at my grandmother's house, they had a Sega Dreamcast, and I played it, and I was like maybe 7 at the time. So that would have been like 2000, 2001 era.
But PlayStation 2 came out in 2000.
So you're saying I would switch Dreamcast and PlayStation. I would think that's like.
But I think. Yeah, but I think we switched PlayStation and Nintendo here. I think PlayStation was first to market in 64-bit.
The only reason why,
but it was CD-ROM, right?
The only reason why
it wasn't cartridge.
I'm thinking of personal experiences, and I remember for Christmas one year, my sister got the N64 and was like fucking amped, and PlayStation was like not a thing at that time.
I mean, it could have been, but there was no hype for a PlayStation back then because it was new. There was no standing reputation for PlayStation except for Sony's fucking electronics.
I'll let you guys take over, but I think the 64 is before the PlayStation for sure.
Well, what was the Jaguar? Was the Jaguar CD-ROM?
I don't even know. I never heard of it.
Yeah, me either. I have no idea.
This one was kind of a random poll. I hadn't heard of it either, but it came out in a similar enough time, and it was Atari's last hurrah. So I thought,
well, Atari was all cartridge.
So what you're saying with the CD-ROM? I'm thinking N64 came out before all of this. Then, in my opinion.
But so what was the Dreamcast was competing with PlayStation and 64. It was after the Super Nintendo because the Super Nintendo was competing with the Sega Genesis, right? And Sega Genesis had a CD-ROM drive.
But then there was Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn.
Yeah, but it was like an addition, right? Yeah, and Sega Saturn too. But Sega
Saturn was with PlayStation. Sega Dreamcast was with PlayStation 2.
It was cartridge based, right?
Yeah,
but it was in the controller.
I think it wasn't
on because the Sega Saturn was. I don't remember, dude. I didn't have that.
I think Dreamcast is after the if it's not after Game Boy Color, it's the last one. Or sorry, it's either stays where it's at or it becomes last. And I think Calib might be onto something with the.
Part of me thinks
might be onto something with the PlayStation. Before.
To be fair, this is Calib's as he said it.
Yeah,
right.
But now that I'm looking at it, dude, part of me thinks PlayStation was later than a lot of these. I think it might have been later than the N64, and I honestly might think it's later than the Dreamcast.
So keep in mind when they said the PlayStation 2 came out. They finally did. We've said multiple years of it's 2000. Just keep that in mind. I don't want to.
I don't know. My heart says 1996 for the PlayStation.
So maybe we switch Nintendo and Jaguar here.
No, I think we switch PlayStation and Nintendo, and then we have to
So Taryn's been.
And I don't even know about the fucking Game Boy. Like,
I just remember being a kid, people who had PlayStations, I was jealous of, and we had a Nintendo 64.
Yeah, but that's
fair,
just
I think that one was just cheaper.
Different system.
Right. I remember being jealous of people with Xboxes, and I had a PlayStation 2.
No, but it wasn't even like just being jealous. It was like a new era, different kind of gaming. It wasn't even like had nothing to do with who could get it, who couldn't get it.
It was different, but that was just because it had discs. Like, it was the new system. Nintendo already had a few before it. Like, it was just new because Nintendo had made consoles and Sony hadn't. Now what's funny is the PlayStation was originally going to be the Nintendo PlayStation. Sony and Nintendo were trying to partner on that, and that fell through. So that's fun. That's
Justin,
fun.
Taryn, whatever you guys think, man. Whatever you guys think.
Okay, so this is Caleb's
apparently
list.
I'm way off.
My list.
I'm just devil's advocate. I'm middleman. I know the answer.
My list is flip flop, PlayStation and Nintendo and Game Boy and Dreamcast. Because Dreamcast was like around the same time. Sega Saturn came before Dreamcast, which is around the time of PlayStation, which I am starting to agree with TK that was before Nintendo. And Game Boy Color had to have been before the PlayStation 2, which is what Dreamcast was around.
I think I don't have enough info on a Game Boy Color. We just have to leave it at the end and hope for the best there.
Am I switching things?
I think the Jaguar has to go before the Nintendo 64. But does
wait?
But
yeah, like it is right there.
Because Jaguar is trying to compete with it's saving grace,
with
right?
The SNES, yeah.
Because the Atari had
a few consoles prior to this.
They had a console that was trying to compete with the Super Nintendo, but I don't remember what it was called. It was an Atari something. Maybe it was the Jaguar, and maybe we leave it first. I don't know, man. I'm way out of my fucking element here. This is so hard.
I think the Jaguar made it way worse. I should have left it at 4.
I think Jaguar is right. I think Dreamcast is the oldest thing here. Or sorry, technically would be the youngest, but would be last.
Man.
You had a Game Boy Color before you had a PlayStation 2.
The more I
think I did.
Yeah,
you did for
I think
a fact.
You're right. I was just about to say I think the Game Boy Color might be older than what we're actually thinking.
But I had a Game Boy Color before I had a PS2, but I don't know if I had a Game Boy Color before I had a PlayStation. I think I had a PlayStation first.
No, I agree. I'm saying is switch Dreamcast and Game Boy Color.
Are we making the Boy Color, the Dreamcast came out that much later?
I think the Dreamcast, because it's Sega Dreamcast, right? The Sega Saturn came out before that. I think the Sega Saturn is like the PlayStation 1, and the Dreamcast is the PlayStation 2, like release date-ish.
Man, I don't know. I can't argue against you. I got nothing.
Are we going with Justin here?
Anything up to 10 points here? So this could all. So I redid the math. I was off by 5 instead of 36 out of 45 or 36 out of 50, which makes my math make sense.
Right, now it makes sense.
So we can bet nothing and get a 64 out of 100, which is a D. Or we can gamble up to try to get into the C, B range or fall to an F.
I don't care what we do, but switch the fucking Game Boy and the Dreamcast for me. At least do that.
Okay.
I think if we do that, then we have to move the PlayStation back or PlayStation through there too.
PlayStation and Nintendo?
Do you think the Jaguar? Do you think the Jaguar was released so late compared to these that were dominant that it just never mattered?
This is what I want. This is my final answer.
That's what you want? You want Jaguar, PlayStation, Nintendo, Game Boy, Dreamcast?
That's in my head, but now it's
it's just crazy to me that Nintendo releases 2 consoles back to back.
Well, they're not necessarily back to back. It could be like 5 years apart.
I'm specifying that this is the color that the Game Boy had existed long before any of these.
Well, of course, obviously.
So that's.
I think it's wild we're putting PlayStation before the 64. In my opinion,
the Game Boy SP released like 2 years after the Advanced, so it's not totally out of the realm. But I think
all that was a screen change. It wasn't a hardware change. That was a design change.
Hell, it even
they played the same
games.
cartridges.
I'm just saying, they did it in a short time. I just think
we got to go with this. We've been doing this for 10 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, we go with it, but before I say we each do our own and just see. Why not? Just like real quick, say what yours was.
I'm gonna write something down then.
Is this the team's final answer?
Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that.
Sure.
Okay, so
and then you give us a spiel. I'm gonna write something. I'm not gonna write anything down. Fuck it.
All right. Well, you guys get in your minds what you think it is. Now, I've asked the guys to place 5 consoles in a specific order of release. The Atari Jaguar. I'm going to read them in the order that they put them. They put the Atari Jaguar, the Sony PlayStation, the Nintendo 64, the Game Boy Color by Nintendo, and the Sega Dreamcast. Are they right? Did they get it in the correct order that I just named?
Wait, we didn't wager points.
I mean, what do you want to wager?
Are we wagering?
I thought you guys were just kind of going full blast here. Just B or F, you know.
I say we nosedive it.
He's gonna go for 10.
I mean, we're convicts. So we always go for it all.
Yeah, why not?
Oh my god, I hate it here. Put the 10 on it. Fucking Christ, dude.
For the full send, for 10 total points on the final questions. Are they right with the Jaguar, PlayStation, 64, Game Boy Color, and Dreamcast in that order?
Let's go! Let's go!
Good shit, Justin.
Let's
wow.
go! All the hate.
This is where I put them, and this is the actual timeline. And you guys were flip-flopping on the Game Boy Color and the Dreamcast. They were 1 month apart.
There's absolutely no shot.
Yep. You guys got it.
My mind that the PlayStation came out before the N64.
It came out in 1994. You know what? A good year.
Good year. I agree.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
That blows my mind.
I'm 1 month older than the PlayStation.
Oh my god.
That's wild. I'm glad you guys got it because I thought that one was going to be hard. Like it was.
Oh, just because we got it doesn't make it less hard.
Clearly, it was hard.
Shot in the dark.
No, you guys nailed it though. That was the
wow.
Right. So
I feel
Justin's so right. You were so right about Sega.
Man.
I take it all back.
So yeah, the Sega Dreamcast was like it was supposed to kind of compete with the N64, and then PlayStation was working, I'm sure, on the PS2 at this point. But the Dreamcast and the Jaguar, I think, had the same fatal flaw. The Jaguar. This was the bit that I was going to say about the Jaguar. It's not actually 64-bit. It has 2 32-bit processors in it, and people, I'm pretty sure if I pull from Wikipedia here, that if I think it was the Super Nintendo did the math the same way that they did, it'd be like a 112-bit console because they're just dumb. They were just marketing it as the 64-bit, even though it wasn't actually processing at 64-bit. Like it was it was calculated wrong, and they were just trying to use it to sell. Yeah. And it didn't work because they had decent hardware, but not enough good games. They had like Alien vs. Predator, I guess, is like the standout title from the Atari Jaguar. And they did release in the same way the Sega Genesis did. They had a CD drive separate that came later. So, fun fact. But yeah, you guys nailed it. You got the last one.
Man.
Wow, as a team, we are unstoppable.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you guys walked past backwards into that
like
one, but
fighting
you nailed
you
it.
guys off. I was like, man.
Backwards.
I would have never guessed that the PlayStation was before the N64. That blows my mind. Now I know. But wow, would have never guessed that.
46 out of 60 was our total score.
Let's go.
I'm going to look at my horrendous math. Since we added 10 there at the end.
No,
and just think if we didn't go against our producer, dude, we
would have had at least another 8 there.
Dang, we would have had like a B+ or an A or something.
Damn, we would have been pushing it.
No, you guys would have done really well if you hadn't fought against Taryn on that one. But you guys,
wow, well done. Fuck yeah,
hey, we did it.
Fucking
in the books.
There it is.
That was fun. That was a good round.
Shit,
man.
Well, we have gone well.
We
long.
deliberated
Thank you for listening.
So long.
If you stuck with us through that fucking slog of an episode, it ended up working out for us. Point total showing. But thanks for watching again. We're on Google, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon. And if you're a Patreon and you're watching this video now, you know all this shit. But I'm going to keep saying it anyway. You can find all our links at the linktree/burgerpodcast. Again, linktr.ee/theburgerpodcast. And you can always email us if you just want to reach out and say, hey, to theburgerpodcast@gmail.com. I'm working on the store where Damon's repping our shirts where you can just come and go as you please and order whatever we have in there. But as of right now, we don't have a standalone bank account for the show, so it's hard to do. But we'll get there. Boys, you want to say anything before we leave?
No, thank you, Damon. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Damon.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you,
fun.
Patreons that are listening to this, watching, hopefully, subscribing. I mean, you're already subscribing, but get your friends to listen as well, Patreons.
Yeah.
Keep liking, keep subscribing.
Well,
we love you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I love hosting these. They're fun. And I love making you guys sweat over some questions.
Dude,
I'm sweating. I don't know if you see my pits. But it's been a rough one.
Yeah,
I've been sitting over here sipping drinks while I'm just watching you guys squirm over.
Watch the world burn. Yeah,
it's so much fun.
Yeah, there's a reason why it went so long, man. Great questions, great conversations to be had, and we felt like we had to fight for this one. So we appreciate you.
Yeah,
dude.
You did. You fucking did really well.
I fought hard for it.
I'm impressed that you guys got the last one. That one was a hard one.
Shout out Justin.
Your dumb luck.
Man.
No, Justin was like, "That's it. That's mine." So,
oh man,
I'll take it.
But yeah, guys, we appreciate all the support. Damon, thanks for coming on. Taryn, it's nice to have you on the team. You know, the whole shebang. If it wasn't for you Patrons, we wouldn't be doing this thing. So thank you guys so much. This has been the Burger Podcast. I'm Caleb Weiniger.
Justin Burkett.
TK and
Damon.
And we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.